So when following the cause of Palestine, because we are under occupation, Mu'tamid says in his own words, we don't have freedom anymore. Like pretty much our whole community, as you said, or as it said, it's divided. So because of the occupation, nobody has his own freedom to move around. Like, for instance, you have a living proof in front of you, one person and two others. I can get to the sea because I was fortunate in some way to have born and having the Israeli ID. And they can't because they have the Palestinian ID. So they struggle to get the permit so they could reach the sea or visit Al-Aqsa Mosque, which is pretty hard for them. Like Mu'tamid's Aboud's father is actually not allowed to travel. So they can't even visit Jordan if they wanted to. So, like, this is the kind of divided community we have. Like, you see the hurt and broken hearts of the people, like seeing other people reach the sea or reach Al-Aqsa Mosque, which was their dream from when they were young to visit Al-Aqsa Mosque. But because of like some blacklist things that they were put on the blacklist or the names of their families, they wouldn't be given a permit or they wouldn't be allowed to get the permit even. So the summary of our perspectives together, it's pretty much based on racism and freedom. So when it comes to the cause of Palestine, you have a big, I'm not saying everybody, but most of them have the racism of stopping a Palestinian and harassing them, whether raising a gun on them or hitting them or just to have fun. Like you see, I'm pretty much everybody in the West have seen some videos when the Israeli soldiers were harassing somebody while they're laughing, and even some people from England actually came to Ida camp and witnessed that. They were with me. They were called the Ames group from England, and they were trying to change the story, trying to make the story reach England and the West, how everything is happening after the Balfour Declaration. So they witnessed that, and they were actually pretty sad. So in terms of freedom, like when an Israeli soldier shoots a little kid, let's say, or let's not say a little kid, like a young man, you see that the Israeli soldier is pronounced, he has a judgment of him that he's insane, he has some mental problems, while he's perfectly fine. I mean, they wouldn't let him in the army if he wasn't. In terms of freedom also for the settlers, the Israeli settlers, they can reach any place they want. They can go to any land they want. They can go to any house they want. They can do whatever they want pretty much, and while protected from the Israeli defense forces, from the Israeli government. So, like, they're saying that they are being racist to us because you can't get anything done like they can with the Israeli settlers. You can't reach any places like the Israeli settlers can. You aren't treated as the Israeli settlers are. You can't go anywhere without being harassed or questioned or stopped. I mean, even the Israeli settlers can stop you and harass you and do anything to you. And the Israeli police or any type of government Israel has wouldn't do anything about it. Unless the Palestinian does something, then in short terms, he has hell brought on him. In terms of the solution, as I was saying, discrimination between religions, as part of being a human being, you don't discriminate between, oh, he's Jewish, oh, he's Christian, oh, he's Muslim, oh, he's Buddhist, or whatever. They said that the most important, the key to everything is the national unity as Palestinians being together. Even though that pretty much 90% of our enemies are Jews, but you have a lot of Jews supporting Palestine, walking in the streets saying Israel isn't a country that's been, and it will never be because it belongs to Palestine. Even before Israel was being talked about or being in the process of the creation, Jews, Muslims, Christians, pretty much every kind of race or religion were living together in peace. So he added a point that the unity of the Palestinians, or pretty much all the Arabs, in terms of trying to make the occupation go away, but you have some obstacles like political corruption, for instance, people following their own terms so they can stay in their seats, or let's say, I'm not trying to be political in the saying, but pretty much political corruption is pretty much holding everything back. Like when the Palestinians raged on the occupation and had enough, you had political interferences, whether it was from inside or outside the country, and pretty much everybody saying that Palestine is wrong and they shouldn't have done that. Well, try being 73 years under occupation and your parents, grandparents, great-grandparents have been oppressed and kicked out of their houses and being treated like not humane, not in an unhuman way in any sort. So that's the biggest problem, is that these are the obstacles. Pretty much our solution comes when we are united.